you were invited to talk about the situation of Russian money laundering in the UK. Is the UK particularly bad compared to other EU countries?
Yeah, the UK is the favourite place for corrupt Russians to put their money. There are lots of things that are attractive to them. There's lovely property, they like London, they can send their children to very expensive private schools, they can buy football clubs, they can endow universities, they can do all sorts. So it's the ideal location for the big time money launderer.
And the UK has got some very good provisions within its legal system, for example, unexplained wealth orders, so that there is a burden of proof on people who do have this unexplained income. Where could it improve its performance?
Well, what it needs to do is to enforce some of these laws that it has on a meaningful scale. You mentioned an unexplained wealth order, which is a good measure. It requires someone with some suspicious funds to explain where he got them from. Otherwise, the money can be seized. But they've been in nearly a year now. Only one has been made. There are no plans for any others that we know of. So, given the scale of money we're talking about, the number of money launderers involved, that's not too much. We need to really ramp up that effort to show that there are meaningful measures against money laundering, so that you've got a good chance of having your money taken off, you've got a good chance of being prosecuted if you're facilitating this money laundering, and so on.
All roads lead to Brexit. What will that mean for Europe, do you think, in the future?
Well, for anybody, if there's any major economy like the UK, and it will still be a major economy, if it's not doing its bit, if it's not pulling its weight in the fight against money laundering and tax evasion, then it will cost everybody, because the UK has its own financial centre that could be used as a haven. It has its overseas territories and crown dependencies, and post-Brexit, it may feel that it needs to relax the rules governing those offshore centres a bit more. It will come under a lot of lobbying pressure from the city, from the banks. So if it does take its foot off the gas, really, in the effort against money laundering, then there's risk for everybody.